for the
Hello everybody. So you might not remember this video, but on January 3rd, 2025, one day after my second movie, the Joshua Brad Stevie movie 2, The Return of Evil Joshua, I posted this video, Pain Part 1, about a year ago, almost 2 years ago, because January 2027 will be 2 years, but 2026 is already in April, which is crazy. By the time I post this video, it might be May or something, but who cares? Because I have some animating to do, but anyways, I've been trying to work on Pain Part 2 for a while now, but I kept getting distracted with other videos, like this one, Who is Bluey's Husband, and Mario U Deluxe. All of these videos, a lot of Mario U Deluxe videos, but I did one world each video, not to compare a series that most of it is on private. And it was also when I was like 10 years old to 11. But yeah, here is here's the long anticipated sequel, Pain Part 2. So this one was basically just like recent, just about 2 weeks ago. So a few days ago, I was going towards the car to go to Scouts. Yes, I'm a Boy Scout. And on my way to the car, now, after this, I'm also going to explain the time I slammed my fingers in the door again. The one after this is way more painful than this one, but forget about it. Anyways, I left the house out of the side door because that's where the driveway is, and I was going towards the car, and then I went to close the door, closed it. For some reason, the door handle slipped out of my grip, finger went slammed my, well, I didn't slam my index, I slammed my middle finger. This middle finger, it still hurts a little bit. Sometimes it has like a pulse, which kind of makes sense. It's literally a door, like a 50-pound something door, slamming onto this fragile finger with a weak teenage bone. And then I slammed my middle finger in the door. I basically screamed out in pain, and after that I just yelled at the door, but then after that I just like shrugged it off and got to the car. But I was like, oh, Mom, you don't know what happened. And yeah. Okay. Paisley and Damius's mom, don't get upset at me. As well as her dad, don't get upset at me, please. But for mentioning their names. But here I go. Number 2, the time I stubbed my toe while playing a children's game that I created. Yes, I created a children's game. Applause. This game is called Sleeping Papa. It's a game where we play this game at church or the house. I sit on a couch, pretend to sleep, and then Paisley and Damius wake me up, and then I start chasing them around. and they either have to defeat the sleeping papa by throwing a pillow at him and then defeat him with the pillow, or they get eaten. That isn't a children's game, but we were playing it once in the church sanctuary while everybody was downstairs eating. I was chasing after them, but then the chairs were in the way, and foot warning, people. Okay, I have socks on. It's not that bad. My foot went forward and my toe hit the chair so hard that my toe bent. It went like, and I was just like, but I covered my mouth because I was in a church, the house of God, and luckily nobody noticed, but I was just like, and yeah, I stubbed my toe. I stopped playing Sleeping Papa after that. Not completely. I still play Sleeping Papa, but I don't stub my toe anymore. Alright, guys, here's the next one. Number 3. The Camp Slam. So back in like June, this was a long time ago, almost 2 years. I was about to say 20 years. That's like when my brother was 10. But yeah. Now this wasn't Boy Scout camp. I joined this Boy Scout camp in October 2024. This was June 2024. I went to this city called Casper, Wyoming, and there was this camp where my sister's church, and I went to a camp at her church, and it was a week-long camp where we did a bunch of cool stuff. The best event was called the Pinkies Run, where basically the entire staff dressed in pink and chased after us. There was like 100 staff. So that was beautiful. I got chased by my sister's pastor, which was hilarious. Yes. I got chased by a pastor. A freaking pastor. Anyways, but on like the 5th day, actually no, I think it was the night before we left. Actually no, 2 nights before we left. So it was that night, the next night, and then we left. But we were in the cabin. Yes, we have cabins, which is way better than Scouts. They have these annoying tents where cold seeps in the middle of the night, which wakes me up, which makes me get eaten by a crocodile and brutally scarred by a bear. Basically, there was this kid named Ben. I'm sorry, Ben. And he got angry because he needed to save his Zelda game. And basically they still said no, which is kind of overrated. Like, bro, he needs to save that Zelda game. Like, overrated camp. That's one thing that was overrated about the camp. Like, bro, let him keep his game. And basically, he left the cabin out of anger. Me being the Christian guy who likes to comfort people, I went over to try and help him out. But then, as I went to help him yet again, This one was harder, and it made my finger bleed a lot. It was this finger. I don't know why my right hand is so vulnerable. I don't know why right everything is so vulnerable. I hurt my right face. I hurt my right knee back in that other video. I hurt my right hand. What's going on with my right? But anyways, my right hand reached out, and then it this door was even heavier. This door is hard to open. This door is like 150 pounds or something. Who made this door? This isn't a safe facility holding the codes to Area 51. And it slammed on my finger, and it ripped some of my skin off. There was blood. And yeah, the doctors, but they immediately took me to the nurse where they patched me up. For some reason, one of the nurses tried to sing to me. You heard that, Mom. You heard one of the nurses tried to sing to me. Mm-hmm. I'm not a baby. I was 12 at the time. Anyways. And now it's time for the final one. Remember in Pain Part 1 where I talked about how I slipped in a puddle and slammed my knee on the ground? That happened kind of again, but it was in the summer and it happened with a basketball. Yes, I hurt my right knee again. And finally, the last one. The basketball incident. Yet again, this one took place at church. We were the first ones there, and it took so long for them to get there. We realized we were like an hour early. There was 30 minutes left, and I was like, "Hey, Mom, can I play basketball?" And she was like, "Yeah, sure, it's right there." So I started playing basketball, which I'm very good at now. Dies. Yeah, in fact, I scored two pretty darn smooth goals last time I was at youth group. And I'm kind of a minor at basketball, and then I threw it at the hoop, but it hit the back thing, and it bounced off and started rolling towards another house that's behind the church. And I started running at it, and now I kind of have PTSD from this, because now whenever I see the basketball running that direction, I get memories of that time, so I kind of have PTSD from it, and that's why I try to make my friends, I like let my friends go after it instead, which is kind of rude. But sometimes I just grab it with my hand, because I don't want to do that again. I think I'm just gonna wear knee pads now. And I chased after the ball, but then my foot went on top of the ball thinking it would stop immediately, but the ball outsmarted me, and I was wearing these Nike shoes. And you're like, oh yeah, Nike shoes have good traction. Nikes. 1, 2, buckle my shoe. 3, 4, buckle some more. 5, 6, Nike kicks. Well, these are old Nikes. These are like 2-year-old Nikes and have horrible traction. It probably could have stopped if they had good traction, but from all this dirt in Boy Scout camp, it doesn't have that good of traction anymore. And also, they're old. And I stepped on the ball, but the ball lurched me forward, and I scraped my bare knee because it was summer. Everybody was hot as heck. And I scraped my bare right knee against the concrete, which basically skinned me. My entire right knee was literally skinned. I basically screamed out in pain. For some reason, Mom didn't have any band-aids. So my sister, who usually comes to church after Sunday school for some reason, Hannah, do Sunday school, please. They have adult Sunday school. Do it. Do adult Sunday school. She comes whenever we actually have church, like the real church where the pastor speaks, but Hannah had to come and bring me the big band-aids, like the square big band-aids, because the wound was big. I don't know why they didn't take me to, like, the hospital or the doctor. That was big. They put, like, this healing cream stuff on it, and I call it healing cream for some reason, because I don't know the actual name. So, it's just kind of a family tradition where we just call it healing cream, because it heals most of our wounds. Like 2 weeks, and it's fine, buddy. It's fine. And it healed, but yeah. I also took a bath after that, and not joking, a little bit of blood came out, like floating blood. I basically had just like this miniature blood bath. It didn't spread that much, but it was too late. The bathtub was already full. It was hot and relaxing, and I was just like, I'm cooked. Help me. Game over. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you're excited for new videos on Joshua Bryant's TV, because we have a lot coming. And yeah, we have a bunch of new videos coming out soon, including one probably not very anticipating one, because I don't make any remastered videos at all. But guess what's coming soon? Who is Bluey's Husband remastered, because I explained it so cringe last time. I said them putting their arms on top of each other's arms was 5 points, but Winton saying they're gonna get married was 2 points. Winton saying they're gonna get married should be like 50 points or something. But guess what? It was just confirmed that, yes, they are getting married in an upcoming season. The first season 4 episode, Barks and Rings and Barks. Yeah, Rings and Barks. It was announced by Cinewave. And yeah. I hope you enjoyed this long-anticipated sequel. If you did, smash the subscribe button, smash the like button, share it with your friends. I hope you enjoyed this video. See ya for the next one.